If posting content feels like a chore, you're not alone. You're not lazy, inconsistent, or broken. You're definitely not a loser. You just don't have a system that actually fits your life. I'm Fitz the Creator, and today I'm going to be walking you through a content system made for entrepreneurs who hate posting, especially the ones with jobs, families, and responsibilities. But before we get into it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the algorithm. Also, tap in if you want to book a personal one-on-one strategy session with me. You hear people say just post every day, but if you're anything like me, when I started, that advice led straight to burnout because I would go full on, pedal to the metal, posting every day, stories, videos, everything, and I would post every single day and give it my all, and then I'd look up in a month and I didn't want to do it anymore. And it wasn't because my content was trash. It wasn't because I couldn't keep up with it. It was because I had the wrong strategy around what it meant to post every day. I thought I had to get on and post every day. I thought I had to create content every day to post and keep up with the Joneses when it came to posting content, and that's not how it had to go. You sit on ideas for weeks, overthink every caption, or go all in for a week, then disappear for a month. It just doesn't work. And for me, what I had to learn was my problem wasn't motivation, it was my method. I would look up and I would say, oh, my content, I put all this work in, and then look at the results. I'm not getting the results I want. And then I would disappear. And I felt like it wasn't working. And then once I got the energy back, I would come back and start posting content again, look up, it's not working. What's going on? All right, so I'm gonna give you the Fitz content system, built for people who hate posting. I don't hate posting necessarily. I hate posting and not getting results. Or I hate posting 400 videos, 400 pieces of content, and I'm still not getting people to click on my videos, or I'm not getting traction, right? Step one, 3 content pillars. Pick 3 themes you can talk about on autopilot. For me, it's mindset, content systems, and lifestyle as a dad creator. You wake me up at 2 a.m., I'm dreaming about getting attacked by a dinosaur, boom, I'm up. I could talk about that stuff all day. I could talk about mindset, content systems, and lifestyle as a dad creator all day. Why? Because I live it, and that's my business. So you need 3 themes you can talk about on autopilot. This makes it so that when you turn the camera on, you know what you're talking about. And yes, you may need to do a little background research and figure out how to say something or whatever. But in general, you know what you're talking about, and it makes your content creation process so much easier. Step 2. You need to weekly batch your sessions. So you don't need to post content every single day or record content every single day and be a content slave. What you need is one focused session per week, about an hour or 2, where you record a long form video. It's about 6 to 10 minutes, and then you pull 5 to 7 clips, add captions, schedule, forget about it, done. This is my process. So what I'm doing right now, this is a long form content. I'm gonna post this onto YouTube. Right? Once I post it onto YouTube, then I clip the videos up. I'll get 5 to 7 videos out of this, and then I put them on YouTube Shorts, I put them on TikTok, I put them on Instagram, I put them on Facebook, and I'm able to schedule them all from the platform. Now, step 3, plug it into a calendar. If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't get done. I don't rely on inspiration, I rely on structure. And you have to treat this like a business. If you're not treating it like a business, it's not gonna treat you like a business owner. You're not gonna get back from it. So you need to, step 4, automate distribution. You wanna use tools like Meta Business Suite. You wanna automate as much as you can. Because as you start to grow and scale, the beauty of it is that you can record content and have that content scheduled out so that then you can focus on the strategy part of it, and you're not creating the content every single day, or you're not chasing the newest trend and stuff like that. Or when something happens in your niche, you can jump on and do a quick video, and that doesn't take all your time up because you know you have a video that's gonna post every single day, every Monday and Wednesday for the next 3 weeks, because you've scheduled that out and created the content. This is why it's important to have a system, weekly batch, put it in your calendar, and then automate your distribution. So I want to talk about what happens when you use this system. You start posting without stress. All right, you're going to start posting without stress. You stop disappearing. This was big for me. I would disappear. I would post, look up, have 70, 80 posts. And then I would disappear because I'm like, I don't know. And I wasn't focused on strategy. All right, you feel momentum again. You get your time and energy back. Your brand grows without content ruining your life, because you're not sitting around like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? What am I going to do? So for me, what I did was I said, what are some evergreen content topics within my niche? And these are not the trendy things. These are not the things where, you know, it's here today, gone tomorrow. Looking this content up for years to come, this is content that someone in 5 years can look up and it's still relevant. There's still value in it. This isn't a news story where it was like, oh, this politician did this and then nobody cares tomorrow. This is content that is relevant over the long run. So I want evergreen content as one of my strategies. So post that. And I can post, and because it's evergreen, I can schedule it. I can record it and schedule it out for a month, 2 months, because it's going to be relevant. So you want to make sure you're scheduling out a majority of your posts around evergreen content that's going to be relevant way into the future. And then once it's scheduled out and you have a good system going to where you can keep up and keep scheduling out and keep scheduling out, then when things are trending in your niche, you have the time to create content in the now. If there's a new trend going on and you want to tap in and get some of that attention, you can do that without feeling burnt out, because even if you don't tap into this new trend and keep up with the content slavery model, then you have content that's ready to be pushed out. What I realized is that it was my method. I wasn't being strategic with my content. I didn't have a system. I was just posting and posting and posting and posting. And I put all my energy into posting every day, that I wasn't putting all my energy into serving my community every day. So I was looking past stuff, and I'm guilty of this right now. I was looking past stuff like the cover photo. I would just post a video and be on my way. I wasn't even looking at the cover photo like, oh, someone that's looking at this video and they're scrolling by, they don't even know what the video's about, because I'm just so focused on posting. And I was trying to hit that post every day, post every day, post every day metric, that I wasn't hitting the business perspective of it. Imagine there was a restaurant owner who they focused so much on cooking the food that they didn't focus on serving the food. They didn't focus on what type of plates they were gonna put on. They didn't focus on getting to-go boxes. They didn't focus on the customer experience. They didn't focus on the point of sale. They didn't focus on how much money they're making from each sale. They just focused on cooking. And that's what I was doing. I was cooking. I was in the lab cooking, baby. I was in the kitchen cooking up content. Just cooking, and I wasn't focused on anything else, and that's what made me burn out. But when you have a system, the system says cooking is one part of it, right? Creating the content is one part of it. Posting is one part of it. But what about the experience of the customer, aka the viewer? The viewer don't know what this video is. The viewer got millions and millions and billions of choices of video and content to consume. And you want them to consume your content and you ain't even got a title on the real cover? They scrolling, they don't even know what the video about, but you want them to take 3-5 seconds to figure it out. You won't just give it to them? And the system says, when you create a piece of content, you need to do X, Y, Z. So you create the content. Then you edit the content. Then when you go to post the content, here's what you do. You create these assets. Then once you do that, here's what follow-up looks like. Here's what your analytics look like when you go back and do that. Here's what the engagement process looks like. That's what the system tells you. But when you don't have a system, it's just so easy to get caught up in what you feel most comfortable with and what you feel like should be going on. I put the content out so people should just watch. That's not how it works. The problem isn't your motivation, it's your method. You're following a strategy made for a full-time influencer, not a full-time human. Full-time influencers, they may have all the time in the world to do X, Y, and Z and just post and post and post and looked up, but you got bills to pay. You not just posting content to post content. You either at a job and you trying to get out of that job, so you creating content for your business, or this is what you do full-time and you're a business, but you create content to drive traffic, and that traffic will then impact the way that your business operates and the money that you build in, and maybe you could retire your wife or your husband, or you could start a new business or expand. Whatever it is, whatever this content is attached to, that's what you have to think about when you're creating this content. It's not just about being an influencer. It's, do you have a business attached to the content? And when you have a business attached to the content, you don't need to go viral necessarily. Just Focus on serving your audience. If you're tired of letting content control you, I created something just for you. It's my content confidence system. This is going to be a game changer in terms of growing your brand, making sure you're showing up consistently, and posting content that actually resonates with your audience. If you want help with this, make sure you book a strategy session with me. Information is in the description. Also, pinned to the top of the chat. Thank you, and I'll see y'all next time. My name is Fitz.